Hi and welcome. It's Melissa Mackey here. Sorry for the couple minute delay. I was trying to figure things out, but I want to welcome you here. And I'm quite new to using Webinar Jam. So I hope I'm doing this right and that you can see me. If you can see me and you can hear me, can you type yes? Okay, awesome. So it looks like it's working then. I also have another guest on with us. Her name is Jill Prescott, and she is known as the spiritual badass. She is amazing at hosting meditations. She's incredible at helping people dive deep into what's really preventing them from achieving goals and dreams and aspirations that they have. And so Jill will be walking us through a guided meditation after we do a little bit of discussion on this new moon. And this new moon today it's very powerful, especially when it comes to change. And I believe that many of you on here tonight are possibly experiencing like you're right on this verge of making a decision and causing change in your life, but you're kind of freaked out of that unknown. And June is all about adaptability. On this webinar or Google Hangout, I'm going to be sharing my screen with some slides that I created just so you can follow along with me and take notes if you like. And if you have any questions, please type them in the chat and I'll get to them as soon as I can. All right, let's see here. I'm just going to type a few things here. Yes, there is supposed to be video. Okay, who's on the call right now? Can you hear me? And can you see my video? Because some people are saying there's no video and no voice. So can you just type video if you can hear my voice and you can see my video? Okay. Okay, so it looks like it's working. Jill, I see. Jill, I'm not sure if you have sound or video, but I can't. There, I can see you now. Okay, I cannot hear you. I can see you. Can you hear me? All right. I don't know why I can't hear your sound. Okay, so we're going to continue on. Jill, whenever you want to try testing things out, just throw in whatever you need to say, and I'll let you know that I hear you. So in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to share my screen with all of you. And this will just help you keep along with what I'm talking about.
How's that?
Yep, I can hear you, Jill.
Okay, great.
Okay.
There we go.
Welcome. Thank you for being on the call today.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Okay, so we are going to get started. So welcome to the New Moon Women Gathering. This was a totally last minute thing. And Phoenix and I were actually having a conversation on the phone last night, and we were talking about how around the world, meditation, and especially when it's a new moon or a full moon, is so powerful. And we were like, oh my God, why don't we get a bunch of women together as a collective consciousness? Because if we're all in different areas of the world and we're holding space for all of us to call in new intentions, to release what's not serving us, to let go of what's not been working in our life, there's a powerful energy behind that. And so I was like, yeah, you know what? Let's do it. So here we are. So welcome. How this hangout will work. First, we're going to discuss what the new moon is about, and then we're going to open it up to any sharing and intention setting or letting goes that you want to vocalize to the group for us to hold space for you and create that intention or create that space for you to let go. And then we're going to do the guided meditation and then a sharing at the end if anybody has anything that they would like to share. And so there's one thing that with this month, the theme is adaptability. And the sub-themes are acceptance, adjustment, choice, resilience, resourcefulness, and flexibility. And I just want to read to you what I had posted, which I found from the Power Path of Shamanism. And I found it I think it'll sit with a lot of you. So we have been put through the paces, initiated into the unknown, forced to trust, which was actually May's theme. And we are now facing our own resistance to change and evolution. This month, we will get to experience that resistance is futile and stems only from our own fears of the unknown and our attachment to what we know. It is time to adapt to what is actually happening and to where the energy wants to flow. You do not have to like some of the things that are happening. You just have to stop resisting them. Resistance requires a lot of energy that can be better spent elsewhere. This is a choice. If you really embrace the lessons about trust last month, you should find yourself in a place of greater acceptance and flexibility. Resistance is fear-based and usually accompanied by negative emotions such as anger, martyrdom, judgment, resentment, and blame. It can cause depression and anxiety, negating inspiration, enthusiasm, and zest for your life. So my question to you right now in your life is to think about what you've really been resisting. Because this resistance is actually the brink of you causing change in your life. Whatever it is you're resisting has been taking so much energy out of you, and it is time to let go. And this new moon, it has change written all over it. Changes of direction, changes of heart, changes of mind, changes of circumstances, changes of businesses, maybe it's changes of relationships. It's powerful. It's so powerful. And normally, like on a typical new moon, we always want to plant seeds and set new intentions. But this new moon, it's all about discerning truth in your own life. And it's about making necessary decisions that have to do with endings, letting go, releasing of the past before the new can truly take hold. I hope this is making sense for you. And I want to let you know that I believe that all of us we have a deep calling inside of ourselves, and it's almost like this footage, this like footing that we want to take out into this area that's unknown. It's like we want to step foot into something, into playing a bigger game. And it's like this month, I feel that you have to you have to become truthful with where you're at. Whatever resistance has been holding you back, it is so time for you to get honest and truthful with where you're at and what you've been experiencing. I would assume that you're kind of getting sick and tired of bouncing from here to there and saying you're going to stay and then saying you're going to go, or maybe it's taking on a new project at work and then backing off because, fear steps in. It's like this month is all about figuring out where has your energy been flowing to? And the fact that June is all about adaptability is it's really giving you permission to release those people in your life that haven't been serving you, to release those circumstances or those situations that you keep coming up against in your life. Like, it's time to release those. It's time to release the people that you've been sitting and blaming for the reason why you're in the spot that you're at right now. It's all about discerning truth. So, how is this month really showing up? For you personally, this is a great month to honor personal change. Whatever has been internalized over the past few months has a possibility for outward manifestation. And this month is actually a really, really, really powerful month for your seeds to start growing. The growing pains of your recent personal growth will also subside as you begin to show up in the world, well adapted to the transformation. And that just goes back to what I was saying. I actually feel everybody that's on this call right now is being called to play a bigger game. It's like we women, we're being called to really show up and share and be vulnerable and allow others to do the same. And the only way that we can do that is giving ourselves permission and giving others permission to do so. And the more that you are able to share yourself, to be vulnerable, to get truthful, really get truthful with yourself, man, we are going to change the world. So, moving on, expect sudden changes to continue and be prepared to be flexible, accepting, and resourceful. As you continue to trust, make sure you are also doing practices that keep your energy positive and your frequency as high as possible. Beware of matching others who are struggling, and remember that you cannot take away someone else's pain or do their growth for them. I know for myself, I have been changing, or at least trying to change, a specific person in my life that has been a turbulent relationship, and I am never going to change them. What I can do is, number one, be the example. Number two, I can continue doing the personal work and growth on myself. And number three, as tough as it is, it's like I got to accept that person for who they are, where they're at, and the journey that they're on. I actually had a breakdown. I was chatting with a friend yesterday on the phone in the morning, and this is a girlfriend that I've been friends with since I was like 14 years old. And I was just like, yeah, like this is hard. This is hard what I'm doing, and the influence that I have from this specific person, it's very draining. And she said to me on the phone, she's like, Mel, stop it. Like, be proud of yourself. Look at what you're doing. You're running a business. You have a baby. You have a dog, and you're doing all of this by yourself with no support. And I was like, yeah. And I just said, you know what? I hate to say this, but I kind of wish that this person was dead. And it's not very nice to say. And she said to me, Mel, stop it. You are letting that person hold power over you. And I was just like, whoa, like it's the same tune that I've been singing for the past 20, 25 years. It's the same story that I've been telling. It's not any new news, but what am I allowing this person to do? I am allowing them to control how I feel. Jill, did you have something to say?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep, I can totally hear you.
Okay. So I like what you're saying about this. There's so much available to us when we're willing to release other people. And I don't mean, it's not even necessarily that you have to release them from their lives, but release them from the expectation that you have for them to be something other than exactly what they are. Because when we hold on to that, when we start wanting to create them differently, knowing full well we can't, then we're the ones who end up suffering in it. So, they're right. We're choosing it. When we choose not to just allow what's so to be, we choose to suffer. There's a saying, holding on to anger and resentment is like drinking acid and expecting the other person to die.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. So now here's where I think we get a little hooked sometimes. We have this almost an attitude that.
Try that again. You're not wet.
How are we doing over there?
Yep. Sorry, baby.
Okay, good. That's okay. So we have this thing where we feel that if it's our family of origin, so the family we're born into, or someone that we've known for a really long time, all of that stuff, somehow we feel like we're responsible to remain in the relationship. And the truth of the matter is we're not. We're only responsible ever for one person, and that's ourselves. Truly, 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 it's who we're responsible for. The same as they're only responsible for themselves. So we get caught in this thing where we aren't willing to create the same boundaries around the familia, the family, or what we associate as family from a very long-term relationship. We won't create the same boundaries that we create for everyone else. Yeah. And yet there's this tremendous amount of power in the boundary.
There is. It's so powerful. And it's like, oftentimes people wonder why, they're not exceeding their goals personally, professionally, or in their career, or they keep hitting their head against the same obstacles. And it's like, wait a second, take a look at what's going on around you and where is your energy going to? And when we allow these other people to control and have that power over us, it's so debilitating. It's, I love that quote.
And go ahead.
No, I love that quote about the acid that you just said.
Yeah, there's I'm going to take this responsibility thing a little bit further. Even if you consider that, and you're a new mom, so this is really going to hit you. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. They're not responsible for us either. There's one agreement that we made with our parents before we got here as a soul, and with our mothers in particular, and that was to land us on this earth, to be the portal, the tunnel for us to get here from the aspect of soul to the physical body, to gestate and be born. After that, they are not responsible for us. So you are not responsible for your gorgeous little being. Okay, you're not. It's not your responsibility. If you start to consider that everything that happens for you after that in the role of the parent, either as one or having them, because we all have them, everything that happens after the moment of birth is a bonus. It is now a choice that person is making to care for this being that's come into the world. And we chose them.
Yes.
So, right? So that oftentimes, there's a couple of ways to look at it. I'm certainly not advocating that we drop our babies off. We nurture, we love. It's a switch in the perspective that has the relationship come into balance. So it frees you and it frees your child. And that way, as an adult, if there is a misalignment in who you are in the world, that sense of being responsible and stuck does not exist.
Yeah, totally. So I think for anybody on this call tonight, if there's somebody in your life that is representing what we're talking about right now, I guess the question is, are you ready to take a stand in your life? Are you ready to energetically release these people that have been holding the power over you?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And honestly, if you are not, then you need to look at integrity.
Yeah.
And I mean integrity as like an empowering thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not looking after yourself and the divine you, to the degree in which you are not allowing abuse into your life, because it is abusive at some points,
Mm-hmm.
then there's a lack of integrity from self to self.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you're agreeing with it. You're saying that it's okay I be treated like this.
Yeah. And in the resistance of it too. So the flip side of that, Melissa, was what you're talking about earlier. These things happen and then we go and bitch and complain about it. Yeah. And we talk about it and we diminish the other person and we gossip about them and we say all kinds of really crappy things. But in the meantime, we're the ones who are holding on to the relationship.
Yeah.
So the place to start looking with these things is, what are you getting from it? Because we don't do anything if we're not getting something from it.
Yeah. Beautiful. Oh, so that's powerful. Very, very powerful. It's, I mean, it's a lesson for me that I'm taking this month is I'm no longer allowing these external people that are in my life to control and hold that power over me.
Mm-hmm.
Now if you're in, well, it doesn't even matter what work that you're in. I think the underlying thing here is what I have up on the screen. It's be the light and be the example. And so if you truly want to be that light and that shining example for others, is it, I don't know if safe is the word, is it empowering or helping you by continuing to bitch and complain about, these people or these situations that keep happening to you? Obviously, I think, we know the answer. No, it's not serving us. But we can't.
Melissa, yeah, I'm just going to mention to you too that for what I'm seeing, we're still on slide. Did you catch that?
Oh,
there we go. There you go.
Oh. Okay.
Yep. Now it's showing up on the be the light and be the example.
Okay. Perfect. So
I want to also can I give everybody a little bit of space around this too?
Yep.
We got to know that we're going to be working on this stuff for the rest of our lives. So even if you're in the line of work of offering, you're what some are called a light worker or a healer, or you're in the work of helping people awaken, which is really what you're doing. If you're doing any of that stuff, then that doesn't mean that you're not human. That doesn't mean that you're not going to still be dealing with this stuff and suddenly, you have this epiphany and you never do it again. That's really not the intention of the conversation or anything else. The intention is to bring awareness to where you're doing that and start to move in the direction of altering that for yourself, to empower yourself, because the work is always you. I offer the work that I do in the world, but I'm only really I am my work. So out in the world, when people come to me, what they're getting when they're working with me, when I'm guiding them, is my work of myself.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's a constant thing. So if that's going on in your life, the trap to never fall into when we get into these conversations of looking at change and expression and awakening and deepening consciousness is to never go into guilt and shame when it doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah.
That we stay focused on the idea that we're continually moving towards the light, and it's a lifetime's journey.
It most definitely is. I mean, people that I've worked with and coached with who are 60, and I think one lady was 72 years old. She still said,
Yes.
I don't even know who I am.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it is. It's a lifelong journey. And when we stop being the student is when we really stop living life.
Yeah. Get out of the business. If you start talking about yourself as anything other than a student, you're not in the right profession anymore.
Totally.
Jesus was a student till the day that he died.
Yeah, I love it.
Till he left the body.
Yeah.
Student of the Creator, a student of life, a student of the awakening, all of that stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the last part I have here, most of all, be inspired by what's new instead of regretting the past. It's
Mm-hmm.
put your creativity and inspiration first and to calendar time for yourself doing what you love to do. Others will adapt.
Yes.
Doing what you love, it's not about doing what you love and getting paid for what you do. That's a bonus. When you are able to do what you love and have no problems doing it for free, that speaks volumes on your character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and it also really, if you turn it internally, you are actually answering your heart's calling. Mm-hmm. So it's incredibly nourishing.
Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. Now for business, if you're in, I'm going to switch here.
There we go. Yep.
Business partnerships and projects for this month. Again, it's expecting changes, handle crisis creatively, and adapt where and when you need to. This is an excellent month to regroup, restructure, reinvent, and reorganize. You will have the inspiration as well as the energy to think proactively, hopefully somewhat out of the box, and to adapt to new goals, desires as needed. Be open to new suggestions and unexpected opportunities. Now, to finish this about the business and partnerships, if you're hitting a wall with a project or work situation, let it rest for a while and then approach it from a different angle where it can be adapted to new opportunities. You may also be able to see it more objectively as an old energy that needs to be let go. If you need to let something go, you can trust that another door will open that is better aligned and adapted to where you need to be at this time. And so this idea of trust is the whole month of May was all about trusting. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of overflowing into June because June is all about change and adaptability. And so if you're not trusting in the process, I believe that it's a block preventing you from actually stepping into what you're supposed to be doing or that door that's supposed to be open for you.
Mm-hmm. The word that comes up for me really, really strongly right now is being present. It's presence.
Yeah.
If you can stay present, no matter what's happening around you, you're going to be intimately aware of the flow, the way it's supposed to be flowing. So no matter what's going on, see, oftentimes in the moment of crisis, we start projecting into the past or into the future. But if we can just stay really present with what's happening, there's always a door that opens. Always, always, always there's an opportunity. So staying present means you're going to see those opportunities rather than get caught up in the story.
Yeah, and start creating that resistance again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We gotta always remember that there's nothing that happens that is not for our awakening. Absolutely nothing. Mm-hmm. All of it is a part of the process that we asked for. And I think what happens a lot of times, so a little teaching around this, we have, of course, the finite self and the infinite self. So we have the humanity of who we are, and then we have our higher selves. It's another way to say it. Well, we really don't know much of anything in the form of the body. We really don't. We use 9% of our mind, if that, and we're not, but the higher self knows exactly what our intention was when we came here. So a lot of times what we would judge as wrong in this human form, what we would judge as not going well or bad or anything, is actually perfectly in alignment with what the higher self knows to be true for the purpose that you chose in coming here.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can just stay present and trust, you don't have to trust anything else except for your own self, your own higher self. That's all you don't have to believe in creator or source or anything else that I talk about or anyone talks about in this work. You don't have to believe in any of that. All there is to start to trust that there is your own higher knowing beyond the form of humanity that is leading you.
Mm-hmm. In hearing you say what you just said, it just makes me think that nothing matters. Like, what if I told you that nothing mattered?
Mm-hmm.
How would your behaviors change? How would your emotions change? How would your trajectory change? It's like all of this, isn't it just all an illusion?
Well, it is, but it's an illusion that we chose. So we got to stay responsible for it at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I understand what you're saying about it. None of it matters. In the realm of beyond this human form that we're in and this life that we've chosen to manifest on this earth, it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, we chose to ground ourselves in this reality to use it for an ascension to the next level of vibration.
Mm-hmm.
So it actually does matter what we do. It does matter what we choose. And there's still the opportunity each time to choose either love or fear, to be in the flow or to be in resistance.
Yeah.
Each time. So, when can I ask you something, Melissa, about what you were talking about earlier?
Mm-hmm.
With the situation, what is it that is so upsetting for you? Like, what is it that is so upsetting? Is it a lack of love? Is it anger that comes? What is it?
It's the treatment that I receive. Okay,
and put a word to the treatment.
It's constant nagging, and my feeling is that it's never good enough.
Okay.
So it's like I walk into the house or I walk into a room and it's like, do this, do that, pick this up. And it's like relax. Like, life is too short to sweat the small things, and that's coming out of my mouth. And then on the same token, I'm letting this person control how I feel.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is that there's an aspect of domination going on.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
So what's the opposite of domination?
Littleness.
The opposite. What would be the opposite of domination?
Weak.
No, it's the same. So if you're not being dominated, what would you be?
Well, I'd be taken control of.
You'd be free, right?
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Yeah. So the idea, so consider that it's one of the things that you asked to learn in this life was what freedom felt like.
Mm-hmm.
You can't experience freedom unless you experience domination.
Mm-hmm.
So the harder the domination is, the more you will actually get the lesson of freedom.
Interesting.
Because we walked into duality.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the moment that you get and can say, thank you for teaching me about freedom, it will release energetically the issue of the domination. When you really can see that for yourself, you won't be, you can't be dominated anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that. And that's, that space is, I can see that's a beautiful space. And I'm sure many people have experienced this at some point in their life.
Yep.
With a partner, with a parent, with a teacher, with a friend.
Yeah.
And it's domination. Yeah, that totally makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's almost it's, you know, I don't know if it's a lack of love or what, but it's certainly not loving behavior that's being transmuted.
It's fear.
Definitely.
Yeah. There's really at the bottom of it all, there's fear and love. That's what there is. So,
Yeah.
do you know, and I'm sure everybody that's listening has at least someone in their lives that does that passive aggressive crap. That's exactly the same thing. That's incredible domination behavior.
Yeah.
So it's and really for everyone, again, like I asked Melissa to do this because I knew it would spark something in a lot of people. You start to look at like, okay, so what's the opposite of what's happening? And then you're released from it. Like there's no need to continue down that road.
Yeah.
You start to see new ways of being around it. You're not dominated by it. You're not suffering from it anymore, and things open up.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think just the last little thing I want to say about this month in regards to business, partnerships, work projects, it's all about restructuring, whether that's your schedule, your finances, support people, the work itself. It may also include taking a risk with trying something new. So it's like getting out of that comfort zone. And if you haven't been feeling the inspiration in your life and business this month, I think, and based on the way that the planets are aligned, this is the month that inspiration will come back into your life, but only once you make that choice. And if you stay in the point of indecision, nothing is going to happen. It's always, a decision is better than no decision. Because even if you make a decision and it doesn't go according to your plan, it's okay, because we can continue.
I love what this is saying. You know, oftentimes we get stuck in the esoteric thing, right? We want to do the right things spiritually. We want to evolve ourselves, all of that stuff, which is fabulous, of course. And at the same time, we're still, I'm going to keep coming back to this, we're still grounded human beings on this earth. So if you want to jumpstart something, you want to jumpstart your creativity, you actually want to move into this month of June on fire with this stuff, then look around and clean up your shit. Start there. You know what it's saying in here about reorganizing your space, throw away outdated files. Get rid of that shit. It's clogging up your energy field. So, you know, we exist on all levels. We don't just exist in the energy level. There's no spiritual bypass here, people. You've got to be in it. So oftentimes when you look around your physical space and you alter something in the physical space, I mean, you guys know what it feels like, right? You clean your house and you feel better. That's just, you know, the way it is. If you clear the junk out of, like, organize your files on your computer even. Make it easier for yourself. Create lots of opportunity for space, for creativity to rise.
It's beautiful. And I think you just summed it up perfectly, Jill. And right now, I would like to invite anybody that's on the Hangout right now. You can either chat your message or, chat what it is. If you feel called to do it, chat what you would like to release and let go this month.
Yeah, and you know, if you do that, you guys, I'll be able to incorporate some of it into the meditation. So,
even better. So I'm going to make my declaration right now. This month, I am choosing to release this individual who has a stronghold over me for many years.
Did Hewitt enter already?
Yeah.
So I can't see chat for some reason.
Uh,
Did it go in Q&A? No.
yeah, yours says private.
Oh, that's odd.
Hmm.
Hold on, let me see if I can.
Oh, let's see.
You may have to change it on your end, Melissa.
Francesca. Francesca, are you there?
I can't see who's on, so.
Okay. Yeah, it said Francesca had a request now. Okay.
This is my first go at Google Hangout, so I for this particular thing, so I may not have clicked the right buttons.
This too. We have to start somewhere.
That's right, exactly.
Okay, so I'm not seeing anybody. I don't even know where my chat went that I just typed. So it's really strange. You know what? Let's keep rolling. And how about for this month of June? It's a new month today. Actually, it was at 8:59 Mountain Time. So that was just about an hour ago. So with what this month is all about, adaptability, acceptance, releasing resistance, change. Jill, I would love you to walk us through a meditation, 10, 15-minute guided meditation.
Sure.
And
can you put me back, can you put it back on that first screen that was showing the more information about the month?
Yeah.
That first slide. There you go. That's the one.
Okay.
Beautiful. Okay. So are we ready to go?
Yep, it's perfect.
Brilliant. Okay. So I'm going to start by suggesting that everyone take a moment just to get comfortable, to settle yourselves in. And I also invite you to close your eyes. And the reason that we choose to close our eyes for our meditations is because this is an inside journey. We spend a lot of time in our lives looking out through these two holes in our head, expecting to see something, when in fact, when we close our eyes, we begin to see truth. We begin to see where our true wisdom comes from, which is internally. So consider that your eyes are only reflecting out. What you're seeing out there is only a reflection of your inner world. And so let's go into that inner world. Let's give ourselves the grace of closing our eyes so that we can begin that journey inward. Take a moment now just to simply become present with yourself. Let's set aside any judgment or concern. This is a time for you, just for the next few moments. Make this all about you. Make this your journey, your opportunity to really connect with our beautiful sister moon as she rises in the sky. And so become present with yourself and take note of your current physical state, of your emotional state, how your energy feels, what the auric field is like around you, and how connected you feel to self. And simply noticing and acknowledging exactly where you are as you are without any attempt to change or alter it, but simply being good with it, just as it is. Begin to slowly breathe, to slow your breath down, taking note of it as it comes in through your nose and out through your nose, bringing awareness there. When we draw all of our attention to our breath, we ease our way into a state of calm. Breath is so very powerful. And so simply bringing your attention there and allowing the breath to begin to settle you into this space. Perhaps bringing yourself to such a beautiful, deep state of calm that you can feel or sense the vibration within you. Begin by feeling it or sensing it on your skin. Now, for some of you, this will be very easy. You'll feel it literally, and others you'll simply have to imagine it, and that's fine. Just know that however it is fine. You can't do this wrong. Just allow my voice to lead you where it wants to lead you, trusting the process. Now, feeling or sensing or imagining that vibration under your skin. Feel the vibration inside of your head, behind your eyes, and in your throat. Feel that vibration in your chest and your shoulders and your arms. Pulsing out from the heartbeat, feeling that vibration down into your belly, letting it just be loose and easy. And feel that vibration all the way into your legs and your feet and hands. And let's follow that quiet vibration in even deeper. Follow the vibration into your heart center. This is a sacred space in the center of your being. If you want to consider a physical location for it, it would be behind your physical heart. So consider that there is an energetic space in your being that we call the heart space. That is your sacred space. So begin to connect with the vibration of your own sacred space. Imagine now, if you will, that you can walk into that space. You can walk inside of your own heart space and be in this place of vibration, this beautiful, calm place. Perhaps it is light and filled with brightness, or perhaps it is dark like the velvetiness of the night sky. However it is for you is perfect. Just allow and sink in. And as you enter into this heart space, find a place within this space to rest. This is for you, your time of nurturing and preparation as we move into this month. And so find that cozy place, perhaps a chair full of pillows, custom fitted just for you. Perhaps it is a beautiful canopied bed, or the lushness of the grass in the forest. Find your place in this heart space to rest. Feel yourself there. Notice the energy that vibrates. Feel the warmth of this place. Sense it on your skin. Hear the sounds. And smell the freshness. And as you rest in this place, with your eyes closed, in the mind's eye, begin to see our sister moon high in the sky, looking way, way up in the darkness, and see her shining brightly there. Brand new, fresh. She's been waiting for you. She's calling your heart. She's asking you to open. She's guiding you back to self. As she guides us into this new month, she offers all that she is. And her energy this month allows an opening all around, being available for the changes that are to come. She opens the possibility of accepting things just as they are in order to be able to move into what's available. Ease, a flow, a sense of presence with all things, knowing yourself as deeply capable, knowing that as you choose, as you move into this month of choosing your purpose, your representation of your purpose, your businesses, your lives, your relationships. As you move into choosing, she stands by your side, knowing you to be so brilliantly adapted to all that is to come. You see, when you don't know, she does. She holds the space. She knows you. Your sister moon stands by your side as you move into this month of June and open yourself to all that is possible in the moment of presence. All that is possible when you say yes to all the change that will be offered. You'll find it very easy to go with the flow, as they say, to be flexible. You will sense your own resilience and find yourself to be deeply resourceful through everything that is presented to you. You will know when you look to the left, is that direction to go? Or if you look to the right, is that direction to go? You'll know. You'll know because she'll call you. So as you gaze up at this beautiful sister moon, feel yourself beginning to connect deeply energetically with her. A beam of light comes from that heart space and connects with her, all the way up to her as she shares her energy with you back and forth. You are connected. And in this, you feel her love, her unwavering love, her unwavering trust in who you are. Let her nurture you. Let her be with you. Take a moment now within your own heart space to ask yourself, what am I willing to let go of in order to make room for what is new? What am I willing to let go of in order to make room for what is new? And in that choosing, trust. In that choosing, surrender. You are all of that. You are missing nothing. Perfect, whole, complete, a shining reflection of all that is good and right. As you gently and slowly begin the journey back to self, bringing awareness to your physical body, pause, eyes closed still, right here. Take a moment right now, before you return fully aware, take a moment right now to choose you as you are, perfect, whole, complete. Take a moment to choose your body. Take a moment to choose your mind. Take a moment now to simply pray your gratitude for all that is and all that is to come. And then bring yourself present. Breathe deeply as you begin to surface. Breathe deeply as you bring your awareness back to where you are in this moment. Breathe deeply once again as you remember that you're part of this beautiful connection of people coming together to welcome in this new moon. As you become present, return motion to the body, rubbing the hands together, the palms of the hands, waking up all of those nerve endings, and then stretch. Nice big deep breath in and a big sigh out. Return your awareness to the room, open your eyes, and welcome back.
Oh, I love that.
Good.
Okay. So I actually figured out here, and I want to read to you what some of the women are releasing. One woman is releasing the abuse that her ex constantly puts her through. Another woman is choosing to let go, release any old thought patterns just to have sweet thoughts. And another message here. It says, resonance here too. This month, I am choosing to close the window I had open for my ex-husband to show up and co-parent appropriately. He has only put abuse through the window. This window is now closed. So it sounds like there is a lot of abuse. God.
You know, and I have to tell you, Melissa, is we draw it, right? So we the right people show up every time. You're going through something like that. It's what I help women pass through the other side of. So I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. What you all need to really get about that is that there isn't actually an abuse over there. There's an acceptance of it over with you.
Mm.
And here's why I want you to get that. Not for shame and blame, never about that. But if you are actually the one accepting it, that means you're the one who actually gets to say no to it.
Mm-hmm.
You get your power back in that.
Yeah.
Right? So we're no longer controlled by it. The ones creating something differently. If the abuse was coming from over there, you would be able to do nothing about it. They're just over there doing their thing. Mm-hmm. Because all those people who are abusing you people, they're not, I'm not affected by it over here at all.
Yeah.
I could be if I bought into your stories about it. But instead, I'm holding the space that each of you understands that you have a choice to not accept it. And in that, you get your power. It's beautiful to witness.
Yes, it's just giving me shivers.
Mm-hmm.
So there's two other comments here. One is, I'm releasing the pain of overwhelm and procrastination. Another one,
Those are connected so deeply.
The other one here, it says, I'm releasing my partner from my life and only accept loving and supportive actions.
Lovely. Fabulous.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
I hope that meditation was served in that way, served the intention.
yeah, I found it very interesting. I mean, I'm holding a baby. I ended up muting myself so you couldn't hear.
Yeah.
And I tried to focus as much as I could. And when I was listening, it was very interesting because
she likes it when she can see.
I know.
Hi.
There. When you brought us into the heart space, I actually saw, you know how you see those signs with a half moon and it's hanging?
Yep.
So I was actually in the half moon part, and my heart was like expanded to the sun, and it was really neat. It was just a quick neat visualization because it was, I don't know, I guess connecting with the moon, but also expanding, opening up the heart chakra to allow love.
Yeah. Awesome.
So I think that is a wrap. I'd like to thank everybody on the call.
Including Precious.
And Jill, thank you for joining us last minute. I know, just an hour ago, and I'm grateful that you could join us and walk us through that meditation. And anybody on this hangout tonight, if you want to connect with Jill, what is the best way to connect with you, Jill?
Facebook. Either my private or my personal page, or my private or my business page. So Facebook is the easiest way to find me. And you can also email me at jillprescott66@gmail.com.
Okay. And something else I just wanted to share with you is our Awakened Woman Conference in Bali is November 20th to the 27th. And what it's all about is really stepping into feminine leadership. It's about covering all topics related to women. We're going to be talking about self-love, self-care, self-esteem, what it means to really own your sexual power and how that actually relates to success in life and business. And we have a ton of speakers, we have workshop facilitators, and we're also looking for ambassadors for the Awakened Woman Conference. And the ambassadors hold a very special role because they're able to help us spread the event, share the event. You get your own promo code, and we want to pay referral commissions. So if you're interested in that, just look up Awakened Woman Conference on Facebook as well. And if you want to be taken on that journey really deep into yourself and break through all the shit that's really been holding you back, I highly recommend contacting Jill. And like she said, Jill Prescott, Prescott on Facebook. And thank you.
Yeah.
That's a wrap.
Thanks, Melissa.
Okay.
So fun.
Bye.
Bye.